Here is the instructional video for the Gentle Dental Capital Dental Mobile Clinic. Now starting off on the driver's side, here outside the driver's door is the Sure Power hookup. Here you would insert your Sure Power cord and twist it. It is a double locking mechanism, so you also have to screw the outer side. Now to the right of that, here we have the generator. This is where it's located underneath this panel in case you need servicing or whatnot done to it. Now to the right of that, we have a storage compartment. I'll keep moving on. Now here's the gasoline fill-up for the vehicle, alongside an additional storage compartment. Now on to the rear end of the vehicle. There is the backup camera, right there. Here is the wheelchair lift door. I'll show you how to use that later. Now down here is the water tank disposal system. So to empty the black water tank, first what you would do is go down to this black cylinder. Now unscrew this bolt here. Now the bolt is removed. Just rotate this counterclockwise and pull it off. First part is the connector piece, along with the waste tube. Once you have the connector piece and the waste tube out, what you do is navigate to this white device, rotate this counterclockwise as well, and then take it off. So now what you would do is take the piece of the tube that has the twist-on pieces like this, angle it around the white tube, and twist just like that. And now with the other side, what you would do is line up these notches with these grooves and then twist to the right. Once that is done, you should have the hose configured like so. And you'd put this piece over your waste area and then pull out this to drain the tank. As you can see, it drained some. And when I closed it, it stopped draining. When you're done, put the tube back inside this black tube container. Screw the bolt back on, and then put the cap back on the white part. Moving on from the waste tanks disposal, up here, this is the freshwater fill-up. So what you would do here is just insert your standard hose and just fill it with water until it's full. You know it's full once water starts kicking back out. Next, here is the power outlet for your exterior power. Entry door, awning, storage compartment. Now here's the battery rollout tray. You do not want to jump start your vehicle here. You'd want to do that under the hood. But in case your battery needs servicing or whatnot, this is their location. Before you use or even drive your clinic, the first thing you would want to do is navigate to the battery power switch just to the right of the driver's seat and make sure that it's in the on position, like so. The next step in powering up your clinic, after turning on the battery power switch, would be to navigate to the generator startup panel right here. Now to turn this on, what you would do is hold down the stop/prime key until the red light starts blinking. Hold it down until the red light turns on. It's probably going to be about 10 to 20 seconds depending on how long the vehicle's been in rest, and then hold down the start key. Keep holding it while it's blinking until you hear the generator power on and the light turns solid. That's how you know the generator is on. The next step into getting power to the clinic after turning on the generator would be navigating to the left of that to the power inverter and pushing the on button. Okay, now the power inverter is on. So, to power the overhead AC unit, what you would do is navigate to the AC panel to the right of the generator panel. Push the power button once. Push it an additional time. And then it should start up. Since the generator and the power inverter are on, you can also power on the leveling unit by pushing the power button. Auto level lowers the unit, while retract raises the unit. So just push those buttons to perform those functions. Onto the clinic restroom. The light switch is just outside the door frame. And here is the tank monitor. Inject the battery of the system, the freshwater tank, and the black water waste tank. Also, you can turn on and off the pump here. As you can see, I'm turning on the sink and nothing's coming out. That's because the pump is off. If I turn it on, now it works. Now located on the ceiling is the overhead vent fan. Now to open this, rotate this knob counterclockwise. As you can see, it's open now. Now this knob here dictates the fan speed, with 1 being the slowest and 3 being the fastest. There's one less control here, and that is the spin direction. You can have it fan air into the clinic or out of the clinic with this control. Now to turn it off, back to 0, and rotate clockwise to close. There you go. Since the generator and the power inverter are on, you can turn on the floor heaters. To do this, just rotate the knob clockwise to the desired effect. And once you hear the little click, you'll know it's powered on. You can feel it too. To power down the rear of the dental clinic, first, turn off the power inverter. Then second, tap the stop key on the generator panel. However, if you were still to drive the vehicle to another destination, you would keep the battery switch on. However, if you were to leave the vehicle parked, not in use, also not being driven, make sure you turn the battery switch in the off position. If you leave the battery switch in the on position while the vehicle is not being used or driven, it will drain the batteries. For the wheelchair lift to have power, a series of steps must be followed. First, make sure the battery power switch is on. Second, make sure that the ignition in the vehicle is on. Also, the panel button for the wheelchair lift must be in the on position like so. If it's in the off position, the lift will not have power. So make sure it's in the on position. The next step in powering the wheelchair lift is to make sure that the vehicle has its parking brake engaged. Now approaching the wheelchair lift. Here's the wheelchair lift doors. Pull open. Pull open. Alright, now make sure also that the wheelchair lift on switch is activated. You'll know that the lift has power if you can see that the two lights on the top are on. So grab the control panel here. And what you do to lower the lift is you start by unfolding the lift. Keep holding the unfold button until it's parallel with the ground. There you go. And now you'd hold down the down switch. You just continue holding until the lift is parallel to the ground and that panel kicks out, the front panel. Just like that. So now what you do is you load onto the lift and now do the opposite of the process we just did. So we start by holding down the up key, and just keep holding it until it stops. Alright, stopped. And now hold down the fold key. Just keep holding down until the lift is completely flush with the vehicle and it stops. One more note, don't be afraid to leave the lift power switch in the on position because when power is not sent to the lift, it won't get power anyways. So you can just leave that on. So the awning controls are located just above the entry door to the clinic. There's two controls here, the LED lights on and off, along with the awning in and out. To bring the awning out, just hold down the awning out key until the awning is completely out of the vehicle. To retract the awning back in, all you would do is hold the awning in key until the awning is completely flush with the vehicle. Do not forget, if the vehicle is not being used as a dental clinic or driven, make sure that the battery switch is in the off position or else you'll kill your battery.